What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, guys? It is your boy Daga, and welcome to the first ever Eagles Unleash. So I have my boy Quasi the Great and Smitty the Eagle. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, man?
I'm just
All
chilling,
right,
man.
man.
Another day, man. First day of training camp, man. We ain't do nothing today, but we gonna get into it.
Shit, hell yeah, bro. I'm freaking hyped, man. I'm not even gonna lie,
Hey,
man.
I'm so
So now that's the first thing. That's the first question I want to ask you guys. What are you guys most excited about? The camp. Like the position wise.
you can take it first, Smitty.
Um, it's a few positions, man. So obviously everybody looking at wide receiver three. Everybody pretty much looking at right guard. I'm looking at the safety position, man, because I think we got something here that we can build off of. We was talking about it vaccine, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people have a misconception of Sidney Brown being a missed tackle guy. He's not a missed tackle guy. He put his head in it. He played like Palomalu when it comes to the run and tackling people inside of the box. But his biggest problem is taking the right angle and being there when necessary. And if anything, if he don't start, I told both of these guys backstage, if he don't start, it'd probably be because of the angles he takes, you know what I'm saying, inside of football games. 'Cause that's a scary sight. It could be a good thing, you know what I'm saying, if you can get it right, but if you can't, people could be going to the house. So I think between Terrell Edmonds, Sidney Brown, I don't really think Justin Evans is a big factor. But I think Sidney Brown, Reed Blankenship, and Terrell Edmonds. I think we got a three-headed monster, and it's gonna be a fight, man. I want to see who come out on the other end because I think here in the next few days it's gonna be looking real savage back there, man. You're gonna have to be something. You got two guys like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith attacking the boundaries of the defense, and they running fly routes and they going to get it. You got to be there, man. So I want to see what we can do back there in that back end.
What about you,
Yeah,
Quasi?
yeah. For me, man, honestly, my opinion, I just want to see like who gonna step up in the special teams positions. Like earlier they gave Deion Kane some workouts, so I'm looking forward to see what he gonna do. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to see like what Davion Taylor gonna do because I feel like he got a lot of potential. He just can't never stay healthy, and I feel like he flashed here and there, but I just feel like we gotta see some with him this season. Like I feel like if you pair him with Nakobe Dean, I feel like that's probably one like a top five linebacker court. Not like talent wise, but like getting going from side to side like sideline. I feel like them two guys have been beasts, man. So I'm looking forward to special teams and the linebacker core for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the same way too, man. I'm nervous, but at the same time, I'm really excited about that backer court as well. You know what I'm saying? We all know Nakobe Dean. Most likely, he is gonna be a stud. Now, yes, he hasn't proven yet, but he showed flashes last year. From the snap that he did take. And I want to see who's gonna be linebacker number two. Now another thing that I'm thinking about: are we gonna slide Nolan Smith back as the linebacker as well, or we're gonna leave him on the edge?
Yeah,
So that's another thing that I want to look and see what we're gonna do with that as well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now, another thing that I want to talk about as well, right? Wide receiver three, man. Are you guys Quez Watkins or Oz, man? What's up with that?
I don't got a horse in this race, man. I want the best man on the field. Whoever that is, man, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Quiz. I don't got no beef with Quiz. I just need him to catch the ball. I think both of these guys bring a dynamic to this offense that we didn't have last. Well, one of them brings one we had last year, but I think if Quez really lock in, he brings more than just being a deep route runner. You know what I'm saying? He last year, if you really look at it, he didn't really catch much across the middle. He need to embrace that he gonna have to come into some contact and just play football, man. But both of these guys, I think Oz, if we running like original slot situation where they tired of just giving Quest deep routes, they need somebody that's really gonna route run. It's probably Oz. But if you're looking for somebody to change this offense and really take the top off the defense, it got to be Quest. But if I'm going somewhere, if I gotta pick, I'm probably going Quest.
Yeah. I'm with Smitty too. I feel like it's either do or die with Quiz Watkins. I feel like you just got too much talent, man. You got way too much speed. And I feel like the thing that hurt him the most last year, it was just the timing of plays. Like it was more so in his head than actually the play. So he was like, dang, when he finally got the ball, he was like, dang, what I'm gonna do with it. And I feel like that's what hurt him the most. But like I still believe in him. He just gotta like show me from the start, like you can't be doing what you did in the Washington game, like coming out in the season. And then if he start doing that, then you automatically got to give the spot to somebody else, like ASAP, because we had already went through that with him. So let's do it down with Quiz. But I would rather keep Quiz in that position.
Yeah, and from playing standard like last year, Grant didn't do bad. He just had like a couple, really important moments where he had a hiccup, which is like one of the really important moment was just like you said on it was against the Washington Redskins, which he fumbled the ball, and the other one was no catch um against the Chiefs, But besides that, he had like whenever we played the Colts, he was the one that caught the ball, for the touchdown, for that brought us back into the game. You know what I'm saying? So I like you guys said, I'm all in on Quest as well, And I think this year he's actually gonna have a breakout season as well. On top of that, because man, he's fast. Like he can catch the ball. I think it's like just the moments it was too big for him, especially against the Chiefs game. But that's like a living and learning situation. You know what I'm saying? Now another thing as well, man. Jalen Hurts, man. Last year he had 22 passing touchdown. Had another 13 rushing touchdown. Man, what is your passing and rushing prediction for Jalen Hurts for this season, man?
Oh, I'll take this. I can see 4,300 yards. Maybe 36 touchdowns, 500 rushing yards on the ground. He gonna get double digit. It don't matter if he run less or not. He gonna get double digit touchdowns just because we do the quarterback sneak. So I'm gonna say 10 touchdowns with that. 10 rushing touchdowns with that.
So you got so passing touchdowns. You got what?
I got him throwing 36, and I got him throwing for 4,300 yards. And interceptions, I'll say 6.
And you said 10 rushing?
And 10 rushing touchdowns, and 500 rushing yards.
I'm gonna go probably 43 to 4,400 passing. Probably 400 rushing, 7 rushing touchdowns, 36 passing, 9 interceptions.
Well, he's so cautious with the ball. I just don't see him throwing on that.
No, listen to this.
I gotta think we're gonna be passing a lot more. When you got a lot more passing going out, you get a lot more mistakes.
It ain't gonna be no double digits though.
No, I don't think he double digits. I honestly think he go backwards after this though.
Yep.
Now, what I really predict, man, what I really think, especially on having DeAndre Swift on the back, on running back that actually can catch the ball as well, and I really think he's gonna have about 42 on passing touchdown. I'll say because we use him so much on running, especially on at the end zones. I'll say you have like good 10 to 12 rushing touchdown. And I think, man, he's gonna explode on his passing yards, man. I think he's gonna go like between 46 to 4,800, man. Because we're gonna have like Dallas Goedert, we have AJ Brown, we have Devontae Smith, and now we have DeAndre Swift as well. That's gonna be huge to improve that passing game for Jalen Hurts as well. And just imagine, like last year he had I believe it was like 37 or 3,800 yards, and he missed 2 games on top of that as well. So I think this year Jalen Hurts definitely gonna have even though last year we can say they had a breakout season, I think this year is gonna be even better than what he did last season as well.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
What happened?
no, I was gonna speak on. I was gonna ask y'all how do y'all feel about Devontae Smith? Like I feel like this is my opinion, but I feel like he can get like I feel like we gonna see him get a 2,000 yard season. Like I'm not BSing. I really feel like he's one of those type of receivers. Like it might not be next season, but I feel like he's capable of doing that for sure. With AJ on the team.
Okay.
Now, if it was just AJ and Smitty, I'll say maybe. But since we have so much mouth to feed, man, between AJ, between Dallas Goddard, you know, and now with AJ as well, I don't think he'll get there if you have those trio, you know. But if it was just like if it was just AJ and Smitty and some other tight end, you know, then I'll say yeah, maybe, probably. But with them three like that, with that many mouths to feed, I don't think he'll get to that 2,000 yards. At least not this season, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, I was just saying he's capable of doing that. Like that's a fair opinion, though.
Yeah, I feel you. Now, another thing as well, man. We've been hearing a lot about this Buda Baker, and the Eagles. A lot of rumors, Now we all know that he wants to be a Philly. Let's be real. All right. Now, what are you guys thinking about? What are you guys thinking about bringing him in? Like, do you think he's actually realistic? Money wise and everything wise.
You go ahead, Smith.
Do you know what he asking for?
No, I don't. But I know it's not going to be cheap. Let's be real. He's one of the best safeties out there. You know what I'm saying?
I know he's in the contract, so that kind of sways the opportunities of getting him in. So if he coming in, it's probably under a restructure.
Yeah.
I think it's very likely, man. He been out there on the market pretty much looking for a trade partner since the beginning of the offseason. He talked highly of the Eagles. I think it's a wait and see process. Like we want to see what's in the room. Like last year, the only reason we brought CJ in because if you hear all training camp, our safeties looked at poorish. They weren't happy with what was on the field. So with that situation like that, if it's looking that way again, I can see how we going to get the best solution for the issue, which is to me Buda Baker. I've heard a little Jeremy Chin. I've heard a little Kevin Byard. You know what I'm saying? There's solutions out there, but to me, the best solution is probably Buda Baker, man. I don't think you get no better than that guy. He's a little on the older side. He's not a young pup. He's not 25, 26, but he can bring some to this defense. We ain't had since Malcolm Jenkins, man. I need a little. He if y'all see that speech he gave, I could use a little heart over here, man. The Eagles love a little heart. If he can get it, replicated, I think he could be a big piece, intricate piece of getting us back to the Super Bowl, man. I really would like it. The likelihood, I think it's likely, man. I think how we can make it move. We got the money. I ain't worried about the money because first off, Arizona got to eat some of that cap.
Sure.
Arizona got to eat some of that cap. So we in a good spot. I think we could do it, man. We ready. We just wait. Okay. Come on, Howie. Bring me Buda, man.
What about you, Quincy?
Yeah, I'm with Smitty, man. I feel like Howie can definitely get that done. I feel like he probably restructure his deal, probably give him a little bit more guaranteed money, and stretch it out a little bit, like kind of similar to like how he did with Slay. And when it comes down to Buda Baker, it's just up to him. Like you see him, he keep liking our posts and anything mentioned about the Eagles. It's just how much do you really want to play for us? Like, do you want to get paid and still play for the Cardinals and be trash? Or do you want to come over here and win and solidify your name even more and probably get multiple rings if you come over here? And like what Smitty was saying, is like we need that voice in our locker room. Like we are this, like as a culture, that's what the Eagles do anyway. Like we always get that veteran player, and like he kind of moved like Jalen Hurts anyway, like in the aspect as far as like leadership. So I can definitely see how it's going out there and get it. It just like I said. It's really up to Buda, like what you want to do, man. Because I'm pretty sure Howard definitely reached out for sure. There's no way he hasn't.
I mean, I think the same way too, man. The only thing is, it's all about how much is left on the contract. How much he's gonna be earning this year with the Arizona Cardinals. Now the Cardinals might have to eat some of that, in order to trade him as well. But he would be a plus, more than a plus, especially as you said, leadership, man. Do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys even saw one of the games last year on after Arizona lost, man. Like just that emotion, like him crying, like and he's going on everybody, like that he was tired of losing and all. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a pretty good possibility of him coming in. And what's going on, Kev?
Good, what's good, y'all?
Turn your phone sideways, kid.
Yeah, I want to shout out to everybody in the chat as well, man. I appreciate all the love, guys. And actually,
That's what it do.
What's good, Quiz? What's good, Smitty? Hold on, let me get
Good.
all right, so with the Dread Eagle, he said Travonde got that bag today. Do y'all think he deserved it? And I most definitely think he does. Hate to say it, shake my head, but go Birds regardless. So what do you think about that, man? I think Travonde he got it was like 5 years.
97.
Oh, did
97.
Right?
Man got 100. Hey,
Yeah, 97 million.
yeah, I ain't gonna count, bro.
How you guys think about that, man?
He deserved it though. He deserved that money. He
Like
deserved
we
it.
ain't gonna like we keep it a buck. Like we don't be capping like Cowboys fans. Like if you good, bro, you good. Like even though I don't like him, but because he played for them, but yeah, he deserves.
Yeah, dog.
I mean,
Hey,
not
we
only
gonna
did
see him a lot.
Trayvon get
It's all
paid,
good.
Justin got paid too.
Justin Herbert got paid.
5 years,
Yeah.
262.5.
How much he get?
Who got paid?
Justin Herbert, 5 years,
Okay,
262.5 million.
Guaranteed?
No, I don't think it's
No,
fully
not
guaranteed.
Damn.
That's what's up.
I mean,
that
that
bag
just
going
shows.
around.
Hey, that just shows
Giving
how
away
good Howie Roseman is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He got Jalen Hurts before any other quarterback, man. And he got him 4 years. It was like what was it? 189 or something like that. And so that just proves how smart and how ahead he is of any other GMs out there.
So
Hey, I got a question about one in particular player who's coming off an injury, drafted in the first round, and who I'm really looking forward to having a good year, and that's Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett, he's not a bad player. It's just the penalties, man.
yeah, he just on
If he can clean that up, man, and give us, because this is last year. This is really his last year. If he can go with a bang, man, 8 to 10 sacks, thank you, Derek Barnett. Because he got to go after this. We really loading up with the talent on the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? But that's one person I'm really looking out for training camp, who I really want to prove himself. Like, go out there and just. He doesn't have any room for penalties, bro. One personal foul is like, come on, Derek Barnett. Like, we can't keep doing this. Because I seen a video from him today, it was about a year ago. And he just was like, man, I'm hurting the team. It's like, damn right. I was pissed off of Derek Barnett's penalties, a few years ago. It's just like, if he can clean it up, man, he can be a solid player for real.
Man, we got so much depth. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
I'm just thinking about it. Like, man, we got so much depth on the D line. It's crazy. The DB room, man, it's so crazy. Like, we got to be like the deepest team in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the
Now with that said, what do you guys think is gonna be the starting five in the front, bro? Or starting four?
Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and anybody between Milton Williams or Brandon Graham.
I like
Wait,
that.
you
You got to
think
get the young guys out.
I'm good with either
What?
one.
You don't think Fletcher Cox is gonna score?
If we knew we had Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox wouldn't be an Eagle right now. They brought him back because they panicked because Javon Hargrave got signed. If you look at it, they didn't sign him. They didn't even call him until Javon Hargrave left.
Yep.
They didn't even pick up the phone, so he wouldn't even have been an Eagle if Javon Hargrave was still there.
True that.
If we knew we had Jalen Carter before we signed him, he wouldn't be here. So I think he's going to be in the rotation, but I don't think he's going to be a starter.
Yeah. And Fletch took a step back. He kind of took a step back. He's not as explosive as he is, but still can produce. And I feel like you need that type. Like Fletch was drafted by us. He didn't have his time. He was dominant, but now he can take a step back. Teach the young guys a little bit. And still, the greatest depth is the depth of a veteran. To me personally, like to have that veteran depth who can still produce as well. That's perfect, man. And just for Fletch, I don't think he mind taking a step back. These young guys them dogs about to come in and be serious. I think this year, like I know what's his name, Jordan Davis and Nakobe, they didn't do too much last year. But when you add the 2 guys or 3 guys that we drafted, I really think everybody's going to go off. Man, I don't know about Keely.
Well, hold on. What did Jordan Davis not do last year?
Okay. Mind you, correct. He did stop the run. I can't say that, but he, I guess that injury was how long he was out for? Maybe 5 weeks?
4 or 5 weeks.
Something like that. So I really can't say Jordan Davis didn't do much. He did a lot. He stopped the run. He was pivotal the first couple of weeks. So you're right about that.
I'm gonna defend Jordan, boy. I'm gonna defend Jordan.
Hey, did we take our first L when the first week out? His first week?
What was it? That was
first week he went down. That's how we got Linval and Sue. Nobody was able to run on us until he went down before that Washington game.
Hey, we gotta bring Linval back. We gotta bring him back.
Where he gonna fit though?
Right.
Bro, he gonna fit roster.
No, where does he fit with? We got Kentavious Street, Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox play D tackles.
Mm-hmm.
We got too many D tackles. I need an edge rusher.
Come on.
I'll take Yannick Ngakoue edge rusher before I take any D tackle. We got like 8
Yannick is pivotal, yeah.
We got like 8 D tackles, bro.
Clowney not signed yet either.
No, Clowney, I'll take him too.
I don't think he like her. That man will never sign with us. He had so many opportunities. The season before this season.
If y'all, Weezy, if you a Quay, you can show me where the hell Linval fit. That's a big man with no snaps.
Man, look, he on this roster.
Bro, who you gonna give him snaps? Who snaps he taking?
I'm saying for who? I'm just saying if anybody get injured, he
gonna that part. Yeah, if we go down, we lose somebody. But we got too many D tackles.
Bro, he might be on a practice squad, man. To bring him back.
We still got Marlon Tolobalu too.
That's what I'm saying. We still got Marlon.
We're better than him.
And
they gonna bank. You know how we gonna bank on his draft picks before he bank on the guy he bringing in off the street.
Rightfully so.
I think this Marlon either last year or 1 more year left on his contract.
But we also have the guy that would draft him on 7th round from Texas.
Oh, we got him too. Ojomo.
That's right, Ojomo.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot of folks.
I forgot about him.
Where is Linval big behind gonna fit?
He on the bench.
We need to stay younger though. Linval, he served his time. Sue served his time. I think we need to keep the young guys coming in, man. We need to.
I would bring Sue back before Linval though. Sue can play the edge.
Yeah.
Linval is a big, massive piece that's in the middle of the line. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Davis do that already. I don't need.
That's right. That's Jordan
Davis gonna do that. But we sitting up here saying we don't need folks. That's how deep he is. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Deep as hell. Always been though. Like that D line has always been like that.
I don't think we've been this deep in a long time though. We ain't been this deep in a long time, kid.
Say it again.
We ain't been this deep in a long time.
You're right. But I feel like that. Well, not this. Like the rotation wise, like keep coming in fresh, young guys. We got some names on this defensive line, and I feel like Nolan Smith, boy, and Hassan Reddick. That may be one duo right there. Those two make it crazy for real. I really want Nolan Smith to go off. Really, with him and Hassan Reddick, they just so fast off the edge. You know what I'm saying? Just put guys under pressure.
The only problem with that, Kev, that I see him not going off is them messing around and trying to play off-ball linebacker too damn much.
Yeah, and
let that man go get the quarterback.
Right,
look.
That's what and Hassan Reddick as well. We don't need to see him in coverage at all. Just
go
rush
get that guy.
Just rush the man. That's it. That's all I'm asking from this side. Just rush him. He's a pure rusher. Hassan Reddick can 20 sacks, bro. I believe Hassan Reddick can be up to 16. And he was dropping back, man. Hassan Reddick can hit 20, 25 sacks, bro.
And let's be real, man. He didn't really start, like, I think his first sack that he had, I think it was like week 3. You know, week 3 or week 4. So he didn't really start having starting really getting to the quarterback. Well, actually, it was against the Jaguars because that's when he had like those 2 sacks, you know, and a forced fumble as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think this year, I think he's gonna get at least 20.
He's gonna surpass what he did last year. I'm putting my money on this already.
Hey, I got a question for all y'all though. What is y'all expectations for Nolan Smith? Like for this season, what is your expectation? Like, what do you need to get out of him?
Okay, so I got something I've been saying a lot. I don't expect anything from a rookie. Just come in, play your allotted snaps, give me everything you got on the field, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't just out there doing the Derek Barnett, getting false starts and offsides and roughing the passers and unnecessary roughness. If you out there doing your job, man, you playing clean football, you getting your job done, you ain't looking like a weakness. I'm cool, but if you asking what I want him to do, I got him with 8.5 sacks. I got him with about 12. I got him with about 12 tackles for loss, including the sacks, because you know they go down to sacks. So maybe another 3.5 sacks for loss. And I got him probably with 30 to 40 tackles.
I don't know, that's chill.
We talking about Nolan Smith, right?
Something.
Okay.
Something.
That's decent. That's fair. That's fair. For a rookie,
I mean, and
you can't
you
really expect too much of them guys, you know?
Yeah, and not only that, man, we gotta remember too. We have Hassan Reddick, we have Josh Sweat, double-digit sacks. We have Brandon Graham, double-digit sacks as well. So those guys, they gotta play as well. You know what I'm saying? And bringing in Nolan Smith, just like you said, Smitty, I'm not expecting much from him this year, but next year, I know they're gonna amp him
Listen,
up.
the problem with it, right? This is why I got him with 8.5 sacks. You gotta imagine when Nolan Smith is really coming into the game. Your lineman gonna be gassed. He gonna be in positions where you don't know where he at. It's gonna be a time. Listen to me, y'all remember this, and whoever else here can remember this. About week 9, week 10, y'all gonna be hearing the mic'd up come out for the offense, and they gonna be asking, "Where's 3? Where's 3? Where's 3? Find 3. Find 3. You coming?" He gonna be coming from everywhere because you can put him anywhere, and it almost makes sense that he could do it, and then it's a blitz.
Correct.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. And then if y'all watch Sean Desai defense, I've been saying a lot. I know y'all done heard me say it. He stacks his best edge rushers together on one side of the ball. Do you know what that means?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Hassan might get it this year.
Do you know what that means for a right tackle? To look up and you like, oh shit, it's Nolan Smith and Hassan Reddick right here.
Pick your poison. Right.
Which way are you going? In your mind, you like, which one do I catch? Because if I go outside and then I get beat inside, it's an easy sack. And if I go inside and get beat outside, it's another easy sack. Like,
and it's pure speed, super fast.
It's the fact that
another thing that I want to talk about as well, man, is a lot of talking heads out there. They're putting or they're not on that as high, and because a lot of people are saying that because we lost our defensive coordinator and because we lost our offensive coordinator, a lot of them, they're not giving the respect that we deserve, especially just coming out of the Super Bowl as well. You know what I'm saying? So now, how do you guys feel about Sean Desai and about Brian Johnson as well?
Hold on, before we go there, Cole, you out your goddamn ever-loving mind if Jalen Hurts come out and throw 13 interceptions for anything. Boy, you better stop that. And stop putting that slander on my name. I don't know.
Draymond Green got a troll. He got a troll.
He's talking about Dak, man. He's talking about Dak. You good, bro?
Dak gonna throw more than 13. Take the over. If it's 13, take the over. We taking over.
It's all good. We all know what the Cowboys get. We know what the Cowboys do. We ain't got to even worry about it. One and done. That's it. That's what you're good for. Until you show us otherwise, we already know what they're doing. So
that winning MVP.
Okay, now you capping, Cole. You capping right there, bro.
Cole, that cup you was sipping on before you got on here, you need to go finish that. You didn't get all the nutrients out of that motherfucker. You didn't get it. You got to go finish that.
MVP. Lord,
okay, what you saying now, Sean Desai?
Yeah, so I was saying my question is, first of all, we're going on Sean Desai. How do you feel about him, for this coming up season?
He gonna be better than Jonathan Gannon, and it's due to the fact that he's actually a apprentice of Vic Fangio. He's not just like Jonathan Gannon, who opened the book and said, "Oh, I like this defense." No, he was on the sideline. He was helping him adjust his defense. He was calling plays under Vic Fangio and learning how to be that. And then the other aspect of his game that people aren't adding in, right? He worked with another great defensive coach in Pete Carroll, who runs a lot of that cover 3. So you got to think, if you integrate those two, which is a lot of zone, right? And now you add into your zone, you got a cover 3 scheme also that you can work with. I think he's gonna be deadly, man. I think he's gonna be able to confuse quarterbacks by making things look a certain way from being associated with both. And he's gonna be able to run multiple defenses out of this style. He's not gonna be the guy where you're going 13 for 14 in the second half, where you're going 14 for 14 or 30 for 30 against zone. Like, it's not gonna be that situation. He's gonna integrate. He's gonna bring pressure. He's going to make the quarterback use that thing in between their ears, and it's gonna be fun because when you're hands on with something, man, you know it a little better. You feel me? If you got there and fix your car right now, you gotta start taking pieces off. It's easier to put the pieces in place than a guy going in and the job is already done, and you having to figure out how it got done. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon had to figure out how the defense worked when Sean Desai knows how the defense works. It's a different thing, man. And then he's already had a team in Chicago who didn't have anywhere close what the Eagles have. Not even close. Their best pass rusher was Robert Quinn.
Yep.
Who had 20 sacks? What, like 18 or something?
18 and a half.
Man, we could have used like 5 of them.
Hassan Reddick could go for 22 and a half, man.
25, 30.
He could have had 30 last year, bro.
Come on.
Like
if you just give him one job and say, go
bro,
get the quarterback.
He was going ham. Like, nah, he could. I feel like he could at least get like.
What about you, Quiz and Kev? What do you guys think about Sean Desai, man?
Sean Desai, man, I just want him to be aggressive. I haven't seen that a lot in a few since we had what's his name before him. I forgot his name.
You talking about Schwartz?
Schwartz. Him. They just run super aggressive. We need to be blitzing, getting home, bump and run. We need to be playing that style of defense, man. We got the guys. I just want to see an aggressive defense. We got a new coordinator. We don't really, kind of know what he's about, but I just want to see that type of defense, just aggression and mainly bump and run. I see, it's like.
Kev, you say bump and run. Do you trust Bradbury and bump and run?
Yes, I trust Bradbury and bump and run.
Have you seen the stats? Have you seen the stats of Bradbury in zone?
I haven't.
Have you
so
seen?
He's not good at bump and run. He's not good at man coverage. Bradbury is not. He's suspect.
But he's the number 1 zone corner in the league.
Right. But Slay is the opposite.
Slay is
the opposite.
Slay is the opposite. So we could play. I seen something. I just heard about it. So y'all tell me if y'all know anything about it. We could play half zone, half man. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Because it's called. I think it's called cover 2 man, and it's like down one side of the field is cover 2, other side of the field is man. I just heard about it though, so I gotta look into it. I'll give you more information.
And it's a cover 2 man scheme.
So one side of the field they playing like a cover 2 scheme where they in zone.
Yeah, but they're playing zone basically.
Mike split the field, and then the other side they playing straight man.
Oh shit. That's cool.
And is this Sean Desai's?
No, this is just a defense I seen.
Okay,
I seen it because they used to run it in Seattle a lot. Because Richard Sherman was more of a zone corner, so they would run that zone on his side, and then they would run the man on the other side.
And they were shut down then too. That was a good defense. So you just got to know how to scheme your guys up. That's really what I got for that. If you got Bradbury out there, know how to scheme them up. That's mainly what it comes down to. Just want them to be aggressive. That's my thing, man. Just get to the quarterback. Don't have them guys going 13 for 14 and. That was a terrible. That I just couldn't believe it. It was kind of disgusting. Like, why do we gotta? What is it that we're not doing that these guys are completing damn near 95% of their passes? Like, come on, especially against the Saints. That was Andy Dalton was crazy.
He was third. Listen, that was the stat I got that Kev 13 for 14 in the second half.
Right, going into halftime.
How do you let Andy Dalton, Buster Bum
was just
Jonathan.
terrible.
They
Luckily,
be trying to
we
everybody
lost that
else
one, too.
not crazy. They
Crazy.
look like superstars. Yeah.
Now the thing is too is it can't be any worse than what it was last year, man. You know, like I felt like especially throughout most of the season that Jonathan Gannon he didn't know how to adjust. You know, not into the second half. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he got us in trouble a lot. You know, and a lot of people like gave a lot of like praise for Jonathan Gannon, and I really do believe that we were so good and we had the 70 sacks last year was mainly because of the players, of how good the players were. You know, because just imagine if you have a force that we had on the front seven, and not only that, we had 2 Pro Bowlers cornerback. That's really unheard of. You know, especially in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So I think really our players really bailed out Jonathan Gannon a lot last season. You know, and that's why a lot of people praised him. You know.
I wouldn't play that man at all.
I'm really excited about Sean Desai, man, because like I said, it can't be any worse than what it was last year.
Shout out to
And,
Philly Mike, man. Shout out to Philly Mike for coming through, man. Shout out to Philly Mike, man. Philly Talk
Yo.
Podcast, man.
Philly
Appreciate
Mike.
you coming out, brother.
Yo, hell yeah. What's up, Philly Mike? Now, Brian Johnson, man, you know, what are you guys thinking about him?
Brian
I
Johnson.
don't know too much about Brian Johnson, really. I just feel like his relationship with Jalen Hurts is going to carry it, honestly.
I feel like
You know what? You want to know something that's good, right? And I like he doesn't have the bad habits of other NFL offensive coordinators. He's not scared. He doesn't have those bumps in the road where he's already learned lessons. He's gonna have an opportunity to go out and put whatever he wants on the field. He's gonna be able to call stuff that other offensive coordinators are scared to do. And he has a relationship with your franchise guy. That tells you enough. If he go over there and say, "Desai, we calling this," and Sean Desai say, "Look, I think that's not the best call," you have a brotherhood between 2 men where they can go back and forth and kind of figure this out. You don't have those bad habits of a guy that's been in the NFL for years and he's stuck in his ways and he get it 3rd and 16 and you know the play he calling because he done called it 47 other times in his career. It's an opportunity to learn something new. And then he's going to keep the offense because if Shane Steichen did call this offense better. But at the end of the day, it's Nick Sirianni's offense. He's going to let Brian Johnson do his thing, but he's also going to make sure the best people are in the best position to succeed. And I like that, bro.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the same like Sean Desai. He had an opportunity to be a coach already, offensive coordinator. He has some of those, but I like a raw talent stepping in, bro. Because if you really look at it, Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon had no offensive coordinator experience when we brought them in.
Mm-hmm. Right, we do that a lot.
Shane Steichen was a quarterback coach. Jonathan Gannon was a DB coach. Like they brought in, you know what I'm saying? They brought in guys that weren't as experienced, and we got great results out of it. So for people to look down on us on that situation, I think if Jonathan Gannon had the defense we had last year in the first year, we'd have been like 11-6. So I think it's going to be a great situation for Brian, man. And he has pieces that we didn't have. Like somebody told me last year, "Oh man, Miles Sanders 10 times better than DeAndre Swift." I said, "Are you serious? Did y'all look at our games last year when we got in 3rd down where Miles Sanders was jogging to the sideline because we had to put Kenny Gainwell in because we didn't trust Miles Sanders in the pass game? Did you see Miles Sanders in the first half when we did throw him the ball and he ran towards out of bounds and fumbled?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro, we gotta be realistic.
Man. Like he couldn't even get the first downs. Like that was just like, man. They like
We had to Boston Scott over there sometimes, man.
I told somebody this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I told people Kenny Gainwell didn't play as great in the playoffs as people make it seem, but Miles Sanders played so bad, Kenny Gainwell looked like Derrick Henry.
Yep.
That's facts, though.
Tell me I'm lying. He disappeared.
Right. He completely disappeared in the playoffs. completely. That Super Bowl was just
He was
that
scared.
fumble. Yeah, that was
He
big
fumbled
nervous.
in
I
Cowboys
was
game.
assuming.
I hope Deuce can really bring something out of Miles that we couldn't. Cause you know
He
that's
should be able
who
to.
got him here. That's who drafted him pretty much.
Right.
Deuce.
Wish him well over there, man. But
Yeah,
I think this duo we got with Swift and Penny. If those that's a big if with those guys. We take a lot of gambles, you know, with the health factor. That's a big if because they're just known to be hurt every single. Am I right? Is it every year they've both been hurt?
Well, it's
Not
Penny for sure,
Swift.
but not Swift as much. Swift has only missed like 6 games to injury.
Okay, but Penny's more so every year.
Shit, the man ain't played but like
games, bro.
I think the man.
Like
last year he played. Last year he played 5. The year before that he played 10. The year before that he played 8.
Okay, so he's clearly not going to give you a full season. If we can squeeze something out of him, 12, just a little bit more than what he's been doing, he's a good runner. Both of those guys are good runners. So we can with those three, and Boston really doesn't really do much. He does, but I don't think he's going to be as involved as what's his name, Kenny, Penny, and Swift. I think they may use Boston as mainly return guy with Covey and that kickoff really.
I think the first 3 quarters, right, is gonna go like this, Kev. I think it's gonna be a lot of Smitty. I think it's gonna be a lot of Swift. I think it's gonna be a lot of Gainwell. And I think in the fourth quarter when we up those, remember we had those 500. It's gonna be a lot of Penny.
Mm-hmm. Man, to tell the truth, I think we're gonna use Penny a lot on the to get the short yard. You know, like 3 and 2, 3 and 3, 3 and 1s, you know, and we're gonna use Jalen Hurts a lot less and using Penny a lot more, you know. But man, that's true. We gotta protect Jalen as well, man. Because I remember in that Chicago game, man. Whenever he went down, my heart dropped.
It was Justin Fields for me, man. That Chicago game, we couldn't get him down. We couldn't get that man to the ground for nothing. You know, the offense was shaky. Plus him, we squeezed that one out for sure.
Hey, what y'all think about this? A lot of people sleep on Jalen Hurts' running ability. I think it's because he's not flashy, bro.
Yep.
He's just simple.
I can see that, Smith. I can see that because he just gets it done.
If you think about it, his only move is that dead leg. Once he cut and go south north.
Yeah,
it ain't no I'm going left and right. I'm finna either go down or I'm finna get the touchdown. I didn't see him do a lot of like with Lamar and Justin. It's a lot of that. I gotta be shifty. I gotta be Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but those guys just got it like that. They just got it like that. Hurts don't got it like that.
Hurts got it like that. I think Hurts just business mind.
Yeah, you think so? Hurt. I think
but Smitty. The thing is too, not Jalen Hurts. On the Chicago quarterback, on Justin Fields. Last year he got hurt, you know, because all that shiftiness. Lamar Jackson, the past 2 seasons, he's been hurt too because of all the shiftiness as well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Eagles, if you really look at the statistics, right, both of them boys got hurt well. Not on the run.
Not in the
pocket.
In the pocket. You know why? Mentally, a running quarterback. In the pocket, he's not ready for the hit.
Yep.
Get hit in the pocket, he's not ready for it. But when you're on the move, you kind of can brace for the hit. You see it coming, you kind of can lean. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for a mobile quarterback to get hurt outside the pocket. The only person I really remember is Mike Vick, but that's because he was doing stupid stuff. He jumping 5 yards from the end zone and getting completely collapsed.
But that's what I was telling the other day. I was telling Quizzy as well, bro. Like Jalen Hurts, like, you know, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, like all on double threat quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, he has like a triple threat quarterback, bro. He has his legs, he has his arms, and he has his mind as well. You know, that's like he's just like a different maker than like, you know, ahead of every other quarterback out there. You know, I mean, besides Mahomes, because Mahomes is just something else as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you say Dak?
What happened?
You said Dak? You said Dak was mobile. You said Dak was mobile.
In college, he was.
Dak ain't been mobile since that ankle injury, though. That boy been scared, man. He'd be deadly if he run the ball.
Off like that, though. You're right. You're right about that.
Listen, that's the one thing I don't want Jalen Hurts to ever do, bro. Be scared to be you. Just
Yeah.
play
But
ball,
Jalen
bro.
protects himself. That's one thing I noticed. He really protects his body.
Smart.
Like that's one
But hey,
thing. Was,
Quincy, that's mental though. It's easy to get out of your head when so many people coming in. Man, you making $255 million. Man, stop running the ball like that. Stop doing this. Stop. No, I need Sirianni and them to just let him play. You know what I'm saying? You paid him. It's just like me and my people was having a conversation. It's just like meeting a person, right? And they smoke cigarettes. And you deal with it for so long, then you start, man, that cigarette stink, man. You need to put that out. Eventually, either they're gonna stop being around you or they're gonna stop smoking cigarettes. I want you to just be yourself, dog. Listen, I want you to be a quarterback. I want you to be a running back. I want you to be a thinker. I don't care what they call you. You could be the greatest running back, quarterback ever if you want to. If y'all want to call him that, I mean, think about it. That Minnesota game showed me something different, bro. When he dead leg 12 yards from the end zone.
10 yards. Yeah.
What the
pass to the Quiz? Oh yeah, that was it for me.
Like he really locked in, bro. And if anybody don't think he is, watch the tape, bro.
Do it. We got us one for sure.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think we would have went to the Super Bowl and go start off 8-0 and go 14-3 if we had Doug Peterson as our head coach and we still had Jonathan Gannon as the defensive head coach? I ain't gonna knock
Nick Sirianni. Dougie P win that Super Bowl, bro.
You think so?
He would have fourth and 3 or whatever that was when we kicked that field goal.
He was going for that.
He's not laying down. He's looking at it like this. I got Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid on the other side. If I go up 6, they take the lead from me. Dougie P would have tried it. He tried Philly. It's on the side of my hat, bro. He tried Philly, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. He tried Philly special. You already know what it is. He was going for that.
Hey, but that call, it was Nick Foles that made that call, really, you know?
But Dougie P went for it a few times.
Playbook.
He went for it a few times in that game on 4th down. I think Nelson Aguilar got a 4th down catch. Yeah. Before I don't know if it was before or after, but he didn't went for it a few times in that season.
He did it the whole season.
Yeah, that whole season he was going for it a whole lot. He was a little gutsy.
Listen, he was uncut. For him to just have that in the playbook as an option in the game plan in a Super Bowl is enough. Even if it was an accident call, for him to just have that there as a possibility.
Yeah. That's true. Now, another thing as well, who do you guys think is the biggest threat to the Eagles, man, at the NFC?
I think, me personally, of course, it's still the 49ers, but my dark horse, I got the Seahawks.
Stop stealing my stuff, Quizzy.
No, I've been saying it. You
better go check. Since the draft, boy. I've been on him. See, Quizzy said it, right? But I'm going to add some context to what he said about the Seahawks. They added the best wide receiver in the draft. They brought in 2 extra running backs to solidify their running back room. They brought in the best cornerback in the draft. They brought back a Bobby Wagner who implements the foundation of Seattle football on that defensive side of the ball. They have young pieces come back. They got Jamal Adams. They went out and got defensive tackle help. If you can just get Geno Smith to give you the exact same production last year, we could be seeing these boys in the NFC Championship game, bro.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't, and I said because we don't beat them. Every time we play, we don't beat them.
It's gonna be a good game.
That's got to change, man. That's got to change.
But hey, have you really looked at it, Quezzy? Who's the people that they have beat? I'm gonna put it like this: the first person that started that trend, our quarterback in that game was Vince Young. That was our starting quarterback. If you look at the stat of all our games played against them, our first quarterback that started the trend of us losing is Vince Young.
I thought McNabb.
Then it was Mark Sanchez. Kevin Cobb, I think, was in there at one point. Like, bro, we had some shitty people going there and lose.
We had the dude from the Rams, the quarterback.
Bradford. He lost. We had some bums going Seattle and really get kicked.
He used to get on my nerves with the way he wears his jersey. That's like trash, man.
Man, Tyler True Blood, are you guys ready for this? My biggest threat no cap, is the Lions, bro.
Yeah.
The Lions
But
game.
they lost.
Man.
Look,
last time.
The
only
always
reason I'm scared, their offensive coordinator went to Carolina. Dude saying
So I
they
didn't
don't
know who
know.
their offensive coordinator is.
Staley. Dude Staley was their offensive coordinator. He in Carolina.
He was the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Okay, all right.
He in Carolina. That's the only reason I don't pick them, bro, because I got to see it.
Okay,
You got to think Seattle didn't change nothing. Seattle, the only team probably in NFC that didn't get nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
San Fran scared me because they lost their defensive coordinator, D'Amico Ryan. Like that was a big part of their defense.
True.
What does Steve Wilkes come in and really produce? Because the last time I seen Steve Wilkes as a defensive coordinator, they drafted Kyler Murray. So that means he was the number 1 overall.
So who's the Lions OT now?
But
I don't even know, bro.
Don't even know, but
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up for you.
Seattle O-line, they're iffy, bro. You know, and without pretty much we have, if not the best, I would say top 3 defensive line in the league. So I don't know about Seattle, man. Like, yeah, they have like really good, like they really have firepower, you know, with really good 3 wide receivers, and even on the back end as well, on the defense, they're really good as well. But the Lions, man, the Lions up there as well, man.
I didn't expect them to be as good as they were last year. That's why I expect them to be.
It's Ben Johnson. That's their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, who Ben Johnson?
And they got Tyler Lockett. Oh yeah.
I think he was still in Seattle.
They're gonna average 30.
No, he's still in Seattle. Him,
Tyler Lockett is.
bro. Listen. People talk about Cincinnati 3. That Seattle 3 looking crazy.
Man, that
That is kinda scary.
lock the handle. That's definitely
It's just Geno. If it really relies on the quarterback, you can have all that talent, but if he's shaking, you know.
He's gonna be like Brock Purdy if we see them on the playoffs, man.
It has to be in Philly.
On one side, Nolan Smith on the other one. You're gonna make a sandwich out of him, bro.
I don't want to play them on the road. It got to be home.
Hey, and the reason we don't know about this Ben Johnson dude, he ain't got no experience.
Mm-hmm. We never even heard his name.
He's been like an offensive quarterback coach for the past few years, bro. He only been in the NFL since 2010.
Yeah. Well, don't sleep on him then. Don't sleep on him.
That's what I'm saying.
Turn him up.
What I just told you, I like dudes that don't got that experience in those roles, because you get into bad habits when you know these are mistakes you made. It's like PTSD kicking in. You just automatically go to what you did the last time to try to see if it worked. Mm-hmm. I need you to just wipe that out, clean slate, and do what you do on the play calling, on the field.
Right.
Play ball, man. You ain't got to be
also,
scared.
there ain't no tape out on him as well. They don't. No one can really plan against him. You don't know what this man is about, so he can get real freaky with you. You know, week 1, 2, whatever. He can. You never know with a guy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the good part too. No tape. You can say whatever you want. Well, we got tape on Jalen Hurts. Well, Jalen Hurts might not be running the same exact offense he ran last year.
Come on. And I think another thing with that, I think we did it one time. I'm not sure who was against, but we ran a little fake, and I was calling for it. I'm like, we keep doing this QB sneak, man. We need to fake it one time, which we did. I think we did it one time. You may see some craziness up off of that this upcoming season, like. Maybe the first time we line up to do it, we do something totally different, throw them off because they're so dialed into us doing what we did 99% of the time, or 98% of the time is Hurts going for the first down. But we made through a lot of stuff up off of that QB sneak. I just never know.
You talking about the Texas game? When we did the fake.
Did we do a little? I'm not sure what game was.
Wasn't it?
Gainwell got they flipped it to Gainwell.
That was Miles that caught it.
I think it was Gainwell, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think it was Gainwell. I think I know the one that you're talking about.
Fake off the QB sneak. I think Gainwell came around.
I think they did it at both, to be honest. I don't think it was in the same game, but I think both of them have accomplished that little feat. Mm-hmm. But I think the first one was Gainwell.
Oh, okay.
You know, Gainwell the better blocker anyway. So.
Yeah. That's something to look out for. I was really calling for. I'm like, man, we need to do something up off this QB sneak we keep doing. And boom, sure enough, we did it one time, and it was 100%. We got that fourth down, converted. So they need to watch out for that.
Now, I want to ask you a question real quick. Now, Nick Sirianni, where do you guys rank him as the past 5 Eagles coaches?
He low for me right now. He ain't did enough.
Who? Well, who at?
So we're gonna base that off of who we've seen coach throughout our
Yeah,
Eagles.
correct.
Okay.
We saying
So we
who
have
at?
like Andy, Chip.
So hold on.
Doug,
Let me get
Nick.
let's get Smitty up to date. So Smitty, so Nick Sirianni right now, where do you rank him within the past 5 coaches that you've seen with the Eagles?
I have to go 3. I would rank him number 3, right up underneath Dougie P. I gotta go Andy
He
Reid.
5. He like 5.
5. So hold on, who we got?
Well,
Chip Kelly
Andy
said,
Reid. We're
right?
going Dougie P, Andy Reid, Buddy Ryan.
You got and you got Dougie P over Andy Reid.
I got Dougie P over Andy Reid. Yeah.
What? Oh, well,
I gotta go Andy.
What
over
did
Dougie
Andy?
P.
Hold on. What Andy Reid gave us?
but he's still not.
He didn't give us nothing. You're right. He didn't give us
Man,
nothing.
you see this
but-
behind me without Dougie P? I wouldn't have that.
The consistency. Andy Reid was very consistent. He was a winning coach. Andy Reid won a lot of games.
And not only that, he
It's
got 5.
close,
He went
though.
to 5
It's close.
NFC championship as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
guess
what
what?
you was talking about, Uncut. I thought you was talking about quarterbacks. I mean,
McNabb. Why we didn't get it? Why we didn't win? It's McNabb's fault.
Well, I don't like him at all. If y'all ask me what he at, y'all gonna be mad. He's not even in my top 5, boy. I'll pick.
McNabb, yeah, I used to love that man dude until I found out like how he was. Like everybody, like man, he was an asshole, really.
Oh, so my 5 is what I was saying though. He 5. I got Dougie P, Andy Reid, Buddy Ryan, Dick Vermeil, and then I got Nick Sirianni.
I go with that.
Okay.
I go with that. But now I just put Andy.
But
I put
it ain't gonna take much for him to jump Buddy Ryan and Dick Vermeil.
one win, one Super Bowl win, and it's over with.
That's why they right there together. All 3 of them went to the Super Bowl. Well, Buddy Ryan didn't go nowhere, but Andy Reid, Dick Vermeil, Sirianni all been to the Super Bowl, all got lost.
Now, let's say if Nick Sirianni gets a Super Bowl while he's with the Eagles, how far will he jump then?
2.
Yeah, I said that.
It's nothing like 2017, bro. It's nothing like that Super Bowl.
That was.
I was a fan since '92, bro. 2017, I'll never get that back. 25 years of just patiently waiting for, and all those losses. Y'all talked about those NFC Championship games. I witnessed every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Witnessed every one of. I witnessed him throwing up in the 2004 Super Bowl. Like I witnessed. Like the year after that 2004, we were supposed to go back.
Right.
But it was too much beef and too much turmoil and all that. They couldn't just.
T.O. started a while out on us after that.
So like you can't really put anybody in front of Dougie P unless Nick Sirianni go out there and 2-3 game type, 2-3 Super Bowl type deal. Then I guess I got to. But one Super Bowl, two.
You gotta go with Dougie P first. You're right about that. Like that's the ultimate game. Like there's no more after that. He did it. He accomplished it. So you're right. You really got to put him number 1. I take Andy second just because he was a winning coach, but I had dawned on that. Like there's no more after the Super Bowl. You've accomplished it all. You've conquered it. Like he is the number 1 coach. He brought us that number. He brought us the only ring. So you got to go with Dougie P for sure. I think Nick Sirianni can do it though. I feel like I was thinking about this earlier. Like we can really become a dynasty. I'm talking. You're not going to win a Super Bowl every single year. You're not going to get there every year, but to be competitive and to be in the playoffs, fighting for it every year, that's the type of dynasty I'm talking about. Like you had Pittsburgh always in it. Baltimore was always in it. New England was always in it. Indianapolis, they were always in it to compete. And that's what I really want to see from the team moving forward. Just always competing, not missing the playoffs for some years. That's my I'm gonna bet on that. I don't think the Eagles are missing the playoffs.
Yeah, Jigga. He the best quarterback ever. What you talking about? He the best quarterback ever.
I gotta put this one over here.
Yes, he is, sir.
Smitty's philosophy is for the greatest Eagles quarterback.
Yeah.
No,
What do you guys think
Yeah.
about that?
no.
Yeah. Super Bowl MVP had. Bro, actually, if you be honest, he has a record too. He has the most playoff passing yards in a game in Eagles history.
Who was it? Hurts?
We're
Foles.
not.
Oh, Foles.
It's gonna change after next. It's gonna change after this season.
Hey, listen.
Hey.
I gotta go with Foles, man. Foles
not
did
bad.
that thing.
Well,
But,
Wait,
I mean,
check this out. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan.
if you asking me like if he really the greatest, I mean his accomplishment is the greatest accomplishment, but he's not the greatest Eagle. He didn't capitalize on what it really means to be a Philadelphia Eagle, man. He a good quarterback. He's in that top five echelon.
Let me tell you this, though, Smitty. If Alshon Jeffrey caught that ball against the Saints,
we're
be a different
gonna
story,
beat
man.
the Rams.
Yeah, but guess
We're
what?
beating
You
the Rams.
want to know
I
what?
like
We beat the Rams. We get Carson Wentz back the next week too.
Man.
Now-
Everything happened for a
He
reason.
was fumbling the ball a lot too. Yeah,
So look, we win. We got to go in that NFC Championship
would've
game
put
with
it back.
Carson.
With Carson.
They would have killed. They would have killed Foles in, bro.
No, they wouldn't have. They paying Carson in that game.
Bro, they would kill Foles in.
In a week, that man was already pretty much getting cleared to play. He had a concussion the week before. So it was like it was an easy situation for them to throw him right on in. Come on, Carson.
That nigga trash, bro. That might made us look bad. I'll never forget 2018. The double overtime game with the Cowboys. Man, dude, we had some trash corners too. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm talking Bradley Fletcher type of trash.
I remember.
Kevin Cobb.
I know y'all remember the game when the Vikings came home, bro. They kicked the dog shit. I know y'all remember that game, bro. When the Vikings came to Philly.
That's why they can't get no more dubs.
Man,
Quincy, they can't get no more dubs after that, bro. We got to smack them every time we see them.
they kicked it, man. Then that same year we went to the Saints. Remember we went down to New Orleans? They put up like 50 on them.
Mm-hmm. And what LeBlanc got that interception the first play, and then after that it was just downhill.
Cold.
I was hyped.
That was a nice play. That was a nice play.
After downhill after that.
He was kind of like
Now-
this way like this.
Now, training camp started today, and I asked you guys already, what are you guys most excited about it? Now, the question is, what are you guys most concerned about it? What position are you guys most concerned about it? You know, training camp starting today and all.
Mine's special teams. I said that from the get-go.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with outside receiver depth. I think if right now if AJ or Devontae, not to speak that on anybody, go down, we don't have anybody to stand in.
But a linebacker, it's me. It's like we neglect the linebacker. I don't know why we do that, but we really neglect that position. Like we kind of lucked up on the Kobe Dean. If he wasn't just chilling there, if he just got snatched in the second round, would we have picked a linebacker in the third round? Because we wouldn't have done. We got lucky. We wouldn't have done that. So I don't know what it is in the Eagles and the linebacker position. They feel the need to neglect it because I feel like every single position on the field is important. You know, every single one. Kicker is very important. Yeah.
What was the stat? Hey, what was the stat we seen the other day, Quezzy? Was it we haven't drafted a first round linebacker in like 25 years?
No, it's like since like what 2002 or something like that.
Yeah, like 2000, 2002.
And who was that? Was it Trotter?
No, Trotter
No,
was
damn, I forgot dude name.
He was Buns.
Oh,
He wasn't.
You thinking Omar Gaither, Sean Bradley,
I forget.
somebody back then? I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you in just a second. I gotta remember who it was. But that's I mean, I think we would have took a linebacker in the third round because that's the only place we take him.
Bro, I want a superstar at every position. I want the best player at every position.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't they neglect that position.
I'm with you too, Kev. I'm really worried not really worried, but I'm a little bit worried about the linebacker position.
At least the
man.
depth.
Because,
You know, at least the
we
depth.
don't have no depth. So let's say, Smitty, like you were saying, I don't want to bring no injury on anybody or anything like
I think
that.
it was second
But
round.
let's say Nakobe did get hurt, or our second linebacker, if it's Ellis or if it is Morrow from the Bears. Like, what if one of them gets hurt? You know, we don't have no depth in that
Zero.
position whatsoever.
And has that been a liability at times? The linebacker position has been a liability at times in coverage, you know. So why not try to get some decent talent at that position. That's sometimes a suspect area for us. That middle of the field, sometimes we get ate up.
The last linebacker we took in the first round was 1979.
Damn, it was the
Holy
I
cow.
would never
Gary
know what his
Robinson
name
was the last linebacker we took in the first. Unless you want to include Nolan Smith.
Come on.
Now, but he's more of a, like,
a lot of
he didn't
linebackers.
really include Nolan Smith was there, man.
They be passing like these natural passes. That's all. We usually
That's what I'm saying.
We've gotten a lot of
Third
second,
Eagles.
third line linebackers too. Though we got a lot of second and third round linebackers for sure.
But we
I don't know why we do that. I never understood.
we don't have to get a first round linebacker, but at least get a second or third round. I mean,
There's been some dogs in that first round though.
we usually get linebackers later on. We be getting 6th and 7th round linebackers.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jordan Hicks was a high pick, wasn't? Was he the second round?
Hey Weezy, yeah, we do have a definite offensive line, man. We just signed our last offensive line piece the other day. We ain't signed no more. Did we?
Bro,
We got like 10 offensive linemen
That's
on
one
the
position I'm not really worried about the offensive
we
line.
gotta be the deepest team in the field. We just got so much. Like, it's crazy.
Hold on, I want to see how many offensive linemen we got because I thought we had a whole bunch.
Now, yeah, and we just signed Allen as well, the guy that we drafted back in 2012 or 2013.
Who's
So
that?
I think offensive line
Dennis Kelly. It was 2012.
Okay, yeah, Dennis Kelly.
We got Jack
so
Driscoll.
we're good on that.
We got Jack Driscoll. You got Julio Jones. Julian Good Jones.
Okay, yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, we got Johnson, Fred Johnson, Roderick Johnson. We got Cam Jurgens, Jason Kelsey, Dennis Kelly. We got Jordan Mailata. We got Chim Okafor.
Mm-hmm.
We got Suo Peta. We got Trevor Reed. We got Tyrese Robinson. We got Tyler Steen. We got Cameron Tom. Y'all know who that is?
Mm-hmm. Trash.
We got Brett Toth. That's it. That's a lot of offensive linemen.
Yeah, them last two, maybe a lot of them guys gonna be practice squad, right? Gonna be cut.
We cool with that.
Yeah, we're gonna have depth on the line though. That's one thing we do.
If you guys would have a choice, who would you pick on a trade? Patrick Queen or Buda Baker?
I'm taking Buda Baker.
I'm gonna take Buda Baker. Yeah, even though we need linebacker depth, Buda Baker he's a serious playmaker.
That's a tricky question. You used the wrong person. I can't use because Buda Baker can play that Swiss Army knife, man. I don't need a linebacker if I get Buda. Like if you'd have said Jeremy Chin or Patrick Queen, I probably would have took Queen because I need a linebacker. Chin is pretty much post safety, but Buda can play that Malcolm Jenkins, Brian Dawkins role. Like he can get in that box, he can get in the post. It's hard to pick anybody over him right now with our defense looking the way it looks.
But the way I see it is that our safety is a lot better than what our linebacker is right now, including depth as well. So just based on that, like, yeah, if you bring Buda Baker, that's gonna be a game changer as well. But if you bring Patrick Queen, at least we're gonna have some certainty on the linebacker core, and just imagine Patrick Queen and with Nakobe Dean as well,
Honest to God, truth, looking at how you said it, they kind of in the same boat, to be honest. Justin Evans is a roster filler spot. He could be cut at any moment. He hasn't been really anything in the NFL yet anyways. So you're looking at having only Buda Baker, having only Terrell Edmonds, Reed Blankenship, and your boy
Sidney Brown,
Kavon Wallace or Sidney Brown.
Kavon might be a casualty. He ain't did nothing yet.
I think so.
I think Kelly Ringo might be our extra safety.
That's another option right there. But now, who do we have at linebacker? So we have 4 names or 5 names if we put Kelly Ringo at safety as well. Now, who do we have at in the linebacker position. We have Nakobe Dean. We have Morrow.
After that,
We have
everybody else.
Davion Taylor.
Yeah, Davion Taylor. You got Tom Bradley. You got.
But those guys can be casualties too, right?
You got Ellis. Yeah. I mean, Davion Taylor. Hold on. Davion Taylor has production on tape though. He was a starting linebacker for us in 2021.
I still believe him. He just got it.
We got his. Hey, look, we got his defensive coordinator as our linebacker coach now from college. So, I mean, if anybody can put him in the best position, it has to be the guy that got you drafted.
That's what I think gonna start beside him, beside Dean. Man. I'm telling you.
I like Morrow, bro.
A lot of speed.
Listen, I like Morrow, bro.
I got a feeling.
Y'all got to go watch some of that Morrow tape.
I want to get better at his tackles too, bro. He used to miss some tackles though.
Y'all got to watch some of that Nicholas Morrow tape, man. That boy a dog. He clamped up. He clamped up Jalen Waddle 1-on-1.
Damn.
Look it up, Kev. You'll see it.
I got to pull this up, man. Hold on. Nicholas Morrow
was
in the slot.
One-on-one.
Covering Waddle.
1-on-1. 25-yard end zone play, and he got the PBU.
We just
now, do you think he'll bring a what is it called? Do you think he'll be kind of like TJ Edwards was for the Eagles?
Better.
Okay.
That's what we missing. Like we need, we just.
Well, Nakobe Dean playing his spot, so Nakobe Dean is going to be better. He playing more the Kazir White role.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't think really Kazir White did much last year, especially the back end of the season as well. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like non-existent pretty much.
You found it? You found it, Kev?
I just literally clicked on it and he broke him. Yeah, he
1-on-1.
He kept up with him like 1-on-1. It's towards the end of the highlights and showing up.
I'm hype on him, bro. If he could give me that,
come on, that's needed. That's what we lack at right there.
So that boy nice then, huh?
I can put you. Listen, think about that. How many linebackers you really could put on Waddle?
Come on, Waddle. Come on.
Yeah.
25 yards.
But and you already know we already know he's not as fast as Waddle, so he's already dialed up here mentally. Already can premeditate where Waddle's going to be at. You know what I'm saying? You got to if he's this close to Waddle, like I'm looking breaking up a pass, he's mentally there. You know what I'm saying? You know what he's doing basically. Because he's not as fast as Waddle. So if you're not as fast as that guy, you gotta have that mental. You gotta know where this man is at or going to be at. That's studying right there. That's clearly what that is. Because he was on him 1-on-1. That's Waddle. You know.
Hey, speaking of the linebackers though, how do y'all feel like our linebacker? Like how you feel like T.J. Ellis and Kazir White played in the Super Bowl? Like
piss poor. like some $2 hoes. They was ducking behind and getting. Man, Isaac Pacheco was running like he was goddamn
Adrian Peterson, man. Come on, right?
Look, I don't remember us playing AP that much, but I remember what Zeke used to do to us, and that's what Pacheco did. He was a Zeke. He getting up, he talking to us, man. He got 2 years left, Jigga, this year and next year. You know, we just signed him. Maddox locked in. That's another thing I'm glad about too, bro. A lot of our people locked up.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, and we do it early. Like think about if we were still trying to sign Jalen right now. We got to give him 270 million.
Damn, bro, that would have been look. If that would have happened, because I really do think we're gonna resign Hassan Reddick. I don't think we would be able to resign him because it would have probably stick with Nolan Smith. Because just remember, we're gonna have Nolan Smith, we're gonna have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, all those guys as well. You know, now just because we signed Jalen Hurts so early, and I mean, I'm not saying it was cheap, but it was a lot cheaper than what he would have been. Just like on Justin Herbert, 268 mil. You know.
I mean, but if you look at it, Lamar Jackson just put the Ravens in cap purgatory next year. After this season, bro, they're gonna be trying to figure out who they can pay.
Come on.
That is true.
Jalen Hurts gave us he's really a cap casualty right now. He's not hurting us at all. He's sitting to the side. If anybody he's still making almost the least amount of money this year.
Yep. And not only that, look, a lot of the money that Jalen Hurts got, he was given up front too. You know, and that's something that our owners is able to do, and he's willing to do that a lot of older owners not willing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Prince. I seen a stat the other day. If we let Kelsey go, Cox go, and Brandon Graham, that's $30 million.
Yep.
I want to keep them. I want to keep them three right there.
I don't care about. Listen, I don't care about Fletcher. Like he didn't got to that point.
Fletcher,
I can let him go. I can replace. Kev, see, look, it's easier to replace his production than a Kelsey or a Graham because they bring it different.
Right about that. That's
so
that's
like
right
Cox, I'm cool
he will
with.
Be the odd man out because you got
That's $10 million.
You're right.
$10 million we paying right now.
Still dominating. BG is he came on late. I remember BG. I thought BG was gonna be a bust. I'm like, man, but he just came on so strong, and he's been strong ever since.
You know, Swartz saved his life, right?
Say it again.
You know, we was gonna cut him, and Swartz told him no.
Wow,
Give him one more year.
One more year. That was 2013.
Yep.
And from there, he's just been BG has been consistent,
snapping, going crazy.
He's a gangster off the edge, man. He stopped that run. BG stopped that run.
Yep. Now,
hey, somebody said Barnett gonna be that. Somebody said Barnett.
I hope he needs to be because he
may.
He ain't gonna start.
That's a good thing. Because what has he done now?
And he just
played around.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. If Barnett got only 4 sacks, I'm already happy with that, man.
Now he was a first round pick. He got to give me at least 8.5, 10. He was a first.
He ain't getting that, bro. He's barely even gonna play.
Who?
Barnett.
Listen, honest to God, true. He in that third rotation though.
Yeah.
He in that third rotation, like. Whether we want to admit it or not, he in that last.
He's going to get some PT for sure, but this is last.
Now, if he show up, I can't be mad. But listen, as Eagle fans, this is that will tell you we in the good. We talking about backups. We talking about third rotation guys. We talking about guys that possibly could get cut tomorrow, and it wouldn't affect the culture of the team. Like, like if you really listen, no bullshit. If y'all go listen to other fans talk. They'll talk about their key guys and key positions. Mm-hmm. When you listen to Eagles talk, we talking about if Marcus Mariota got to play, if Quez Watkins got to get first receiver snaps, if we got to go use Boston Scott as a first. Come on, man, 3 running backs in front of him. Trey Sermon, we talking about dudes like this. We in great position, bro. Ain't nobody talking about they backups but us.
Thanks.
Even Kansas City, they just won a Super Bowl, and they talking about how they can implement guys that they just brought into the team and where they can fit, and if they're integral parts of the offense. Like, we're not talking about bringing in big pieces right now. We talking about make believe and ifs, ands, and buts. We talking about Budda Baker. Do we need him? No. But it's positive that Eagles get to talk like this because it was a time we couldn't talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had Carson Wentz blowing red. Well, we had Donovan McNabb. Well, we had Kevin Cobbs, Sam Bradford, Mark Sanchez. Well, we had some booty on this team.
You're not blessed.
Come on, you ain't told one lie. And we didn't have to live through all of that. That Kevin Cobb era, I'm like, come on, yeah.
Listen to Cowboy fans, man.
Yo,
that's what leads me to believe that this is all.
Like,
everybody had that. Go ahead, my man. Go ahead. Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Go finish it.
I was just gonna say that was that's what leads me to believe Sweden has so much bad. Like everybody else in the division has had a good 10 years, a good decade of good football, maybe a good 5 years of straight good football. We have yet to be consistent as some of the other teams in the division whenever they had it. But our time is definitely, I'm telling you, like what hurts, I feel like he's prepared for it all. Like he can carry the weight on his shoulder. He's going to lead us to another. He's going to lead us back to a Super Bowl for sure. And I don't know when, but I believe Hurst. He's got that in him. He can get back. You know, he's going to be here for some time.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last question for you guys. So, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez Watkins. Where you guys rank them on the NFL right now?
Hold on, say it again. I'm sorry.
You have
I got-
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. Where do you guys rank them as a receiver in the NFL right now?
As a single receiver or as a
No, as a
receiving
triple.
core?
As a receiving core.
Okay.
Who we got? Okay.
If you say duo, they won.
Now.
If you say duo, it's one. But you said trio.
Trio. So then we gotta go.
You got the Bengals.
Those guys in Buffalo, pretty good.
I ain't putting them over us though.
Dallas has a
Dolphins.
You know.
I don't know about Dallas. Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins. I'm going.
Who's Dolphins fair receiver?
Dude from Cowboys.
Oh,
Donovan Wilson. No, that's
Wilson.
Nah, bro.
Something less than Wilson.
I can't put him out.
Cedric Wilson.
I put him ahead of Quez, bro. Cedric Wilson.
He's not
Nah.
there no more. Cedric not there no more.
But he's still. That's what I'm saying with the Miami 3. Just last year he just wasn't in the offense because he was.
Yeah, they had him on kick return. Yeah.
It was running a lot of 2 wide receiver sets last year, but he's decent.
He
is, but I wouldn't.
He was.
I'm putting him over us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got us third.
Who's
Cincinnati, Miami, us.
What about the? Hold on, wait a minute. Well, no, you can't say it because the Seahawks they got a good.
So who else really?
I can't use Jackson Smith and Jigba though.
Yeah,
I can't use Jackson. He ain't got no stats.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I put us. Yes, I put us 3 or 2, 3 or 2.
Yeah, I'm in that 2-3 range.
But I don't. You think you could put us that high because Quez hasn't really done much inside the trio. He has.
Yeah, but listen, if you want to add, if you want to take him out and put Olamide Zaccheaus in,
he hasn't done much either.
What? How not?
I mean,
last year he was top 10 in the slot.
Last year he was
top last year in the slot. He was top 10 receiving yards.
Okay.
Because you got to think most people not playing slot either, and they're not getting listed as slot. But he had top 10 in slot. He had almost 600 yards at the slot. I'm cool with that.
Like 5 something.
I'm cool with that. I'll take that over what Quez gave me last year with 300.
Mm-hmm.
I give us 3. We in that 2-3, maybe even 4. We interchangeable right now until Quez do something.
Yeah. My question is, what other teams have a really dominant trio outside of us, Cincinnati, and Miami? Like, what other team can even be qualified for a good trio?
But they'll say the Cowboys.
I would have to say the Cowboys. I don't think it's many in the league really with a good trio.
That little trio out there in Chicago could be good.
Okay, yeah. Chicago's decent.
Oh, Washington Commanders. I got them 4th too. I got them 4th. I got them 4th actually.
Yeah, Washington is pretty good. They got a good trio over there.
Them 3 over there nasty, bro.
Mm-hmm. I like them.
Man.
Samuel, Scary Terry, and Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, that's serious. Yeah.
The only problem with that is their quarterback play might be boo-boo. I am not convinced on Sam Howell yet.
Between them and San Francisco, who may be their quarterback? Because who's backing up Sam Howell? Not Dwayne Haskins.
Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett. Like, come on, it's iffy over there in that quarterback situation.
He decent. He decent.
Brissett's decent, yeah, but
he decent.
He's no world beater. He's not.
Nah, he get you 6 wins.
He get you a few wins, yeah. But after that, it's over. He's gonna run out after a while.
But yeah, he's not gonna take you nowhere though.
No, yeah.
Darlene, I just told you I think they are top 3, but I cannot put Jackson Smith and Jigba in the conversation yet. He has 0 NFL yards. 0. He could go out there tomorrow and do nothing. He could be a bust. I don't even want to speak injury. He could just be a bust.
Hey, he can be another Jalen Reagor, bro.
No, I ain't gonna.
I really want that man to do good. I want Jalen Reagor.
I need to find my man if I could get. I think Facebook gonna send me the memory. I had posted my reaction when we drafted him. I said the day of, Burr's bust. I was so mad when we drafted Jalen Reagor.
Listen, hey, Quizzy. I'll call my brother right now and let him play on speakerphone exactly what I told him. I said, what the we just drafted Jalen Reagor, who was a bum at TCU in a non-top 5 conference, getting his ass smacked, and we brought him here. He finna be a bum. Right. He said, nah, bro, give him a second. I said, I don't want a second. I want him out.
You said something like
we trade.
Man,
that was a bad pick because I remember when I was just in the bed chilling. You know, I wasn't even watching the draft live. I was just looking at it on the NFL.com, whatever. And I'm like, Jets. And then he came across. I refreshed the page. Jalen Reagor. I'm like, man, they did it again. Like, it's not hard. Jets, come on, what y'all doing?
And the bad part about it, Kev, everybody in the room was like Justin Jefferson. The analytics team let this man pick Jalen Reagor.
Come on, the world knew that was a bad pick on my part.
The Vikings franchise, they were laughing. They were like, even just selected Jalen Reagor.
Shit, after last year, I would even laugh harder. That man had 1,800 yards.
Come on,
1,880 to be exact.
Almost 2,000 yards, bro.
I would have laughed at us too. We look goofy.
Man, you couldn't even get 50 yards out of Jalen Reagor.
And then after that, we put Jalen Hurts.
Hold on though. Y'all want to know something funny about Jalen Reagor that he has in our record book?
What?
He's the last person to return a kick return for the
Eagles.
Oh man.
He's the last person to wear a Philadelphia Eagle uniform and get a kick return.
Like you said, Quiz, that need to change. That special team need to change.
ASAP.
For real. Like we buns on that side of the football.
I remember that as soon as we picked Jalen Reagor, man, the Vikings on the phone in like 2 seconds, man.
Mm-hmm.
They laughed at us.
Josh Huff was before, what's the name? It was Huff and then Reagor. That's all we got. And
Reagor got the last one, bro. That's crazy.
That's terrible, man.
He buns. I hope Minnesota keep him and he play wide receiver 3 this year. Clamp his ass.
I want to see him do good, man.
Hey, did y'all watch the quarterback? Did y'all watch it? Did y'all watch quarterback the series?
Yeah,
I watched it.
Did y'all see when Kirk Cousins was cussing him out?
No, I didn't put that on.
He was like, you're supposed to run a comeback, and then he started moving. He started moving.
Yeah.
He was like, the route says you're supposed to do the comeback. Just stay. He started moving when I threw the ball. I don't know what he's doing.
Dang, you got on him like that?
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
He talking to the coach.
Hurt, bro.
Listen, Cap, he talking to the coach, but Reagor's so close. You know he hurt.
Yep. That's tough. That could be tough on a man right there, bro. And it's on Netflix. Sheesh.
Crash.
That's tough right there. He's been getting dogged for a minute, man. Like,
bro,
fans
I just feel bad at this point for the guy. You feel me?
I knew he was gonna be trash.
Yeah, guys.
I didn't want to be, man. I didn't want to think like that, dog. But
man, a wide receiver out of TCU.
The first pass thrown to him, Washington, when Carson Wentz threw the first pass to Jalen Reagor, picked.
Yep.
Picked. From there, it was downhill, bro.
So we're an hour and a half, or pretty close to an hour and a half, guys. You guys have any final thoughts over here?
Darlene, you are a sad excuse for a Dallas Cowboys fan coming here with that bull jump. You need to take you some melatonin and get a good night's rest because I think you off a little bit. Because the Eagles running this, man. It's our time, man.
It's not even close.
I said pay the comment.
She talking about. I guess she was trying to say like just because they came out of Georgia or whatever. If they don't come out of Georgia, they don't mean they're not gonna be
Hold on. I'll put it up. Because that Georgia Bulldogs doesn't mean they're the person coming out of the draft.
I know y'all don't understand that. I had to read it 6 times, but she's saying because they didn't come out of the Georgia Bulldog, situation doesn't mean they're not going to be good.
Got you. But we are.
So she's talking about Mozzie Smith.
Yeah. Okay.
Buns.
More power to Mozzie, man. Hey, I just know he can be good. He can be good, but his team isn't going past the division round.
And just because y'all believe y'all going to the Super Bowl, don't mean it's gonna happen.
Y'all been believing since '96.
Y'all ain't doing nothing.
Hey, being 28 years, gonna be at least another 20, man.
I need to be 50. I need my kids not to see it too.
Yeah.
What's gonna be the excuse when he don't get it done this year?
Mike McCarthy.
Yep.
Mike McCarthy.
Skateboard. Yep.
They gonna blame Mike McCarthy. They don't blame Dak. Dak is not to blame.
That's gonna
They
be
never
interesting,
blame Tony Romo, and they'll never blame Dak.
And they'll never go to the Super Bowl or the championship game.
They're four. What is 4-9 in 20 years?
Dak is 2-6 in his playoff record.
2-6. Okay, so they 4-10 in 20 years.
My thing is the relevancy. They're not as relevant as us. They don't win like us. We're the more relevant football team today going into training camp.
Yes.
The Eagles are the more relevant team.
ESPN only hyped them up. How every year y'all going to the Super Bowl? Like, bro, come on. Based off what?
Their best opportunity was Dak rookie season.
No, last year.
No, when they was home playing Green Bay that year in the divisional round. All you had to do was win 2 games, Quezzy.
Oh yeah.
Win 2 games is over with.
Yeah, it was the catch. Darius Bryant and the catch. That was over. That was it from there. He caught that ball. I ain't gonna lie to you. He caught that ball, but the NFL
with the new rules, he caught the ball. With the old rules, he didn't catch the ball. It's weird.
It's backyard football. We're gonna consider that a catch, but it is what it is. That's the past now.
Oh, Darlene, you are living off of dreams and hopes from 1990s, bruh. My mama's still on the phone from 96, man. It don't work. You know what that tell me about your Super Bowl? Stop talking about them.
Like 19.
How often do you guys think about the 2017
when that
Super Bowl?
happened, man?
Every day.
You do?
You know why? Because I work outside, but I do pools, so I run across fans all the time. They be like, "Oh, you got one Super Bowl. I got one more recent than you."
That's what I'm saying.
Like, come on, man.
At least I was able to celebrate mine.
We trying to get
I was a grown man when my team won. How old y'all was? In diapers. Kids. Listen, you know what's funny, Quizzy? Darlene, if she has kids, didn't even see the Super Bowl. Her kids just inherited 5 Super Bowls.
My stuff on Instagram. I was at a Patriots fan club when we won the Super Bowl.
Yo, hold on. I'm about to put this up real quick. So Darlene said Dak owns the Eagles 8-3, including your quarterback you have now. So let's put it this way. Okay?
You want to
all right, Darlene. You want to say that? Okay, I understand. Even though you're 8-3 against us, you guys have now won back-to-back on the NFC East.
Hey, look, take it like this. He's 4-3 against Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
He's 1-0 against Jalen Hurts.
Now he hasn't played Jalen yet, has he?
Yeah, one time.
Okay,
1-0.
He played it one time.
Now y'all tell me. Now y'all tell me who the other wins against. Y'all think about who our quarterbacks was before we got Jalen Hurts. And you gotta win against Nick Foles.
Minshew, he beat Minshew.
You beat Minshew. You beat Foles. I think he beat Foles twice.
Yep.
Come on, bro. If Carson Wentz was here, you're 4-3.
But it's like
it wasn't that much of a landslide.
And with Jalen Hurts, you're only 1-0.
And then y'all know they be stat pads, so a lot of those games didn't even matter. They just played their starters anyways.
Yeah,
like that. What was that? 2 years ago when they beat us by 40, Quezzy? 30 or whatever.
The year he got
that was like pretty much like practice squad.
Touchdowns. They came. We. That's the game Cedric went on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. But that's their standard, bro. We are their standard. As long as they beat us, that's all that matters.
Oh, it was Minshew 2 times. I was wrong, Quezzy. It was Minshew 2 times, not Foles 2 times.
Bro, I could have sworn Foles played him twice.
I thought so too.
2018.
I know he 4-3 against Carson. I know that for sure. I know Nick Foles and Minshew.
He's 2-0 against Minshew. He's 1-0 against Jalen Hurts.
That's 3. He 4-3 against. That's 7-3. Who's the last game? It's one game missing that we don't have on the book.
Who was it?
It gotta be Foles, man.
It gotta be Foles or Minshew, one of the two.
I think it's Foles.
Unless it's Ian Book or something.
Yeah, I don't even know how to choose, man.
Who played in that 2020 game as our quarterback when they blow it? The older dude.
Oh. Man, what's his name? McCown, Josh McCown. Yeah.
Oh, so you wanted on against McCollum? Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Whoa.
Hey, that 83 stat looking real suspect, boy. Looking real suspect.
You break it down like that.
Oh, short dude just cold. Man,
Hey, congrats though. Hey, they're 8-3. Congrats though.
Hey, but can we agree? Can we agree that that's probably Dak's biggest accomplishment as a Cowboy? The fact that he has taken care of us. No matter the quarterback, Dak's biggest accomplishment as a Cowboy is he has beaten a division rival, the division rivals consistently. He has the overall winning record. That's his biggest accomplishment. He hasn't done much else outside of beat the NFC East. He doesn't do anything with it. When he gets the chance to go to playoffs after beating the NFC East. Come on, Dak.
Darlene, you didn't hear us bringing up the Jalen Hurts beating y'all. We don't give a damn.
Don't care.
Y'all ain't y'all.
Care
Listen,
about y'all.
Dak
Y'all
Prescott
talk about
27-7 against the NFC East, and we got a Super Bowl on that watch. Who gives a damn?
Right.
Who gives a
They can
damn?
have it. That didn't stop us from going to the Super Bowl last year.
It ain't stopped us twice, Kev.
Come on, it hasn't stopped us at all. So
We done had 2 Super Bowl runs on his watch. Well, who cares? Get out of the divisional round. Beat the 49ers. Beat your arch nemesis. I've been having beef since the 90s, man.
Like, come on, y'all.
Hey man, look. They had a chance last year. All they had to do is pass because everybody was counting on this. Everybody was counting like, oh shit, we're about to have Eagles and the Cowboys on the NFC Championship and all that. Everybody was counting on it, man. All they had to do was be the 49ers. What happened to that?
But we could have made history. This could have been probably the most.
we was gonna beat them that game though. If they came to Sauce, we was gonna beat them.
Hey, I don't want to knock that, right? But y'all tell me that 2020 scramble wasn't the lowest IQ play by a quarterback we've seen in the playoffs in a long time. Bro, he had a clear path to the sideline if he wanted it. He slid in the middle of the field, bro, and then was mad because he tried to place the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That was low IQ, bro. And if you look at the 3 plays before he scrambled, was low IQ passes. He was throwing the dudes that was double covered. The dude is a low-key bum. I'm really tired of talking about Dak Prescott. He hasn't done anything.
I'm all like the man.
We're trying to tell him. It's
Man, ass.
Y'all want to talk about 40 touchdowns and all this? Guess what? Most of the stats y'all want to talk about is 1 year stats, but then y'all will tell me Jalen Hurts got to do it again. I don't understand that, bro. Dak ain't been
Never seen him do anything.
He ain't been consistent. Y'all beat Tom Brady at 50 and thought y'all did something.
But would have put up God would have put
a
up
bad Tampa Bay team that was a 9-8 record. They made the playoffs because the division was so bad. You know. And not only that, look, I get mad here whenever I compare Dak Prescott to either Kirk Cousins, or I compare him to Philip Rivers, you know, because he is a Philip Rivers. He's really good during the season, and he does not show up during playoffs.
Hey, uncut. We can't even compare him to Kirk Cousins. At least Kirk Cousins is consistent. Kirk Cousins gonna give you the same Kirk Cousins every year. You know he gonna play bad in big games, and he gonna give you 4,000 plus passing yards and 30 touchdowns every year, and he gonna keep his picks down. That man, Dak Prescott is buns, bro.
Look, I'm about to read this to you guys. Hold on, real quick. All right. So I'm gonna read you 2 stats, and you tell me if the stat is Dak Prescott or if it is Kirk Cousins. All right. So 66.6 completion percentage, 97.8 passer rating. 257 passing yards per game, and 2.55 touchdown to interception ratio.
You said, hold on, say it again. The last one.
2.55 touchdown to interception ratio.
That's you said, is it Dak or Kurt?
The Dak or Kurt?
That's Kurt.
That's Dak. All right. So now this is Kirk. All right. So remember again. I'm gonna.
That
read
was
again.
last year. Is that last year? Just last year's stat in general, or
No,
career?
career. That's
Oh,
career
see, that's why I
stat.
flipped it. I thought it was last year. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. So career stat. Okay. So I'm gonna read it again. This is Dak. 66 points and their lead. This is for you. 66.6 completion percentage. 97.8 passer rating. 257.1 passing yards per game, and 2.55 touchdown to interception ratio. Okay, that was Dak. This is Kirk. 66.8 completion percentage. Okay, a little bit better than Dak. Passer rating 97.8, the same thing as Dak. Passing yards per game better than Dak, which with 261.5. And touchdown to interception ratio 2.40. So at the end of the day, Dak is Kirk.
No, but hey, look, you leaving context out, Uncut. You leaving context out. Now you said that right. You gave me the stats on Kirk. Now give me the receivers that Kirk was playing with in Washington. Give me the receivers before Justin Jefferson that he was playing with in Minnesota, and he never played with Stephon Diggs. So so tell me the receivers that was there. Adam Thielen? That ain't a number one. Who do we have in Washington? Dak Prescott has had super teams, bro.
He had
super teams.
And doesn't do anything with it afterwards.
You know, at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, Dak is who he is. You know, he's a good quarterback throughout the season, and he jokes on the playoffs. Kirk, the same way, good quarterback throughout the season, and jokes on the playoffs as well. You know, so there's no buts, ifs, or anything. You know,
That's what I'm saying. You
Jalen
can't
Hurts
try to
already.
deflect from that.
Yep, and Jalen Hurts already proven that he can get to the Super Bowl. Unless Dak can do that, there is no comparison between who is the best quarterback in the NFC or even who is the best quarterback in the NFC, period. Because Jalen Hurts got there. Please, besides Matt Stafford, tell me what other quarterback got to the Super Bowl currently, right now, playing the NFC?
It's just Hurts and Stafford.
Everybody on the chat? There's nobody. You know what I'm saying?
You
muted, bro.
You said the only person to make it in the NFC?
The NFC, the only quarterback to make it to the NFC.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford and Hurts.
Stafford, Hurts, Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff. He was
Jared Goff.
He lost to Brady.
But now, right now, out of
It's
those
just
three,
those
who
three,
would you take?
Yep.
I think so.
I'm taking Hurts. Not even being biased.
Oh.
Not even
Oh,
being
no.
biased. Hurts
Jared
is
That's
a
it.
quarterback.
That's it, bro. You're right. That's it.
Jared Goff better than Dak Prescott. To me.
Yeah, and let's be real, Jared Goff had a super team too. You know, whenever he was with the Rams.
Yep.
And Todd Gurley, he carried that team.
That's crazy, bro. They talk about that man like he God, boy.
I just don't
Can't say no
understand.
wrong about that Dak Prescott.
That might sorry. Oh God, that might trash.
I mean, what do they say
Sorry,
when we say but Dak is, you know, he can't get out the second round. Like, what is their excuse? Like, how can you try to defend that? If Jalen Hurts has been going on 8 years in the league and has done all this stuff in the regular season, and he could not win a divisional round playoff game for our team, how would we feel about that? Like,
Hey,
that's
Kev,
nothing to be proud
Yeah,
of.
remember I was asking about the Kirk Cousins stat. I just found. You want to know who his top receiver was in Washington?
Who was that?
Pierre Garcon.
Okay, Pierre was going off. I mean, yeah. Pierre Garcon wasn't he?
He had a 2 year stretch. He had like a 2 year stretch.
He ain't no Amari Cooper though. They might have Amari Cooper, Des Bryant, what? Jason Witten. Man, what? Who are we talking about?
Come on, he had some guys.
DeMarco Murray. Did he have? No, he wasn't. I don't think he was. Was he with what? Was he 1 year with DeMarco Murray?
I'm not sure if DeMarco Murray.
Yes.
He had DeMarco Murray 1 year.
We got Murray in 14. When did that come in?
16. That came out 16.
Okay, no, he wasn't that in. He wasn't that in. He got his only running back was Zeke. got drafted. He got drafted right behind in front of him. He had what's the one dude name they had?
At what position?
Running back. I forgot who their running back was when Dak got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
What? What, Darlene? What are you talking
Darlene, I didn't understand that.
And who was the
leading
leading?
the league? And how many who was leading the deck? What?
Okay, I understand. She said who was leading the league, and how many was leading the deck averages around 35. So Dak averages what around 35? 35 points? Was they averaging 35? Somebody look that up. What was their offensive stats last year? 35 points?
What did they do with that though? That's what we trying to
Listen, hold on, Kev, hold on.
Hold
on, I had a point to that.
We're not saying that y'all are trash in the regular season. That's
Quincy.
what y'all do.
I had a point.
When it
Listen.
comes down to it, the man is sorry as hell on my life.
And Quincy, I had a point though. Y'all averaged 35 and scored 12 in the divisional round. Who cares? Y'all, if they average 35 and scored 12 in the division round, who cares?
Right.
What was that 35 when you needed it?
Right.
Yeah.
If he's
That's all I'm trying to say.
he's supposed to be this. He's supposed to be Peyton Manning. Why he when it matters? Why he don't score the 35 then? What you know why? Because he's some ass on my life.
Then they try to say, compare his 7 years to Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
He laughed.
Like, how can you even? So now it's okay to wait on the guy. We can bless him with X amount of time because of these guys.
But hold on, Kev. You know what they leave out of that context? Let's be real football fans. You want to know what they leave out of that context? In those 7 years, your boy led the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns, and he had an MVP in Peyton Manning, and he was every year in the AFC Championships getting his ass.
That's what I would.
Tom Brady. Drew Brees was almost every year one pass away from getting in Super Bowls.
Right, they was competing, bro.
Dak Prescott is getting put out in the divisional round and wild card rounds
every year.
Y'all want to talk about Dak Prescott being in these elite categories, man? Come on, bro.
Hey, you can't say elite and have the most interceptions in the same sentence, man. It just couldn't happen. You know.
Well.
You're talking about you have the most interceptions last year. You're in comparison with David Mills.
Jalen Hurts been in the league for 3 years and did more than Dak Prescott already.
Come on.
How the fuck is he better than Jalen
Our
Hurts?
quarterback knows what it feels like to be in a Super Bowl. Y'all's quarterback doesn't know what it feels like to go to an NFC Championship
game.
Our quarterback knows what it feels like to play in a Super Bowl.
Oh, God.
Come on. We don't even hear nothing else about that.
His ass on the hot seat on my life. Then they gotta fire people just so they can feel good about it.
Hey, and they got a big thing though. Guess what they ain't got? We got. They gotta pay Dak this year if he stand. He ain't on the contract next year.
Now
They posted what Darlene
got
just
pay
said.
TV too.
Y'all
What Darlene talking about? It's about. She said, it's all about this year. Can't wait to make you guys eat your humble pie. Y'all been trying to feed us humble pie since I've been born. This is our year. This is our year. This is our year. It's like
that 2018 when we had Darby and all them. That shit over with. Oh God, we finna start doing y'all like how y'all was doing us back then. That shit is over with.
And y'all do for sweeping this year. Tell them we're gonna create me a broom, some stars, and we're gonna be sweeping y'all for sure. I'm telling you, it's a sweep coming this year.
It's our time.
Yeah, I told Cole I'm gonna send him an Eagle broom in the mail.
Yeah, with some
in the mail, right?
30 stars, sweep them up.
I want to send it. I want you to take it down to Dallas, and I want you to bless it. We sweeping the dog. We're going, man. I need a sweep.
Last season, bro, I was at the game, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm right there. Look, this folks trash, bro.
Gardner Minshew was just too buns. He was just too much of buns. He was too many buns.
Chris, you with the Dallas
why they was scoring because they had Scott on Lamb the whole game when Maddox came down. When Maddox in the game, bro, they weren't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. He a liability, Josiah Scott. Did y'all see? This is kind of off topic, but his Madden rating is a 71. Josiah Scott. Did y'all see that?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. He had 2 picks on the season too. Though I ain't gonna lie. He
He
had
had
some
2
moments.
picks?
He just don't.
He
He's
just-
not a starter.
Josiah Scott. I don't know, man.
I think it's I don't know, fit. Maybe he in the wrong spot. I don't know, bro. Maybe he just
he
not
gets
it.
cooked out there. He gets cooked, bro.
He just might not be it, man.
I
We
don't
tried him
think
we tried him everywhere last year. Think
We
about it.
tried
He played
him
slot,
everywhere.
he played
Yes.
safety. He just ain't it.
He just
He
getting
seemed
cooked.
lost. He just seemed lost, man.
Yeah, and that 3rd and 13, like
30,
was trying to
30.
not. He
Don't
was want to
13,
call him out,
30.
but it's like, bro,
30.
3rd and 30. I'm like, come on, like that was literally we could have swept him right there. That was the sweeping. We could have swept him right there. Like when I seen that play when that happened, I'm like, man, this shit is just. I just had to sit down, man, just drink because that was.
Man, I'll be yelling.
You
so
can't do
much
that.
my
You can't do
TV,
that,
man.
bro. 3rd and 30, you can't do that, man.
Darlene, what we was talking about was this year. We're going to sweep you this year. We don't care about last year. I'm gonna sweep you this
It's
year.
over. We're sweeping you guys this year. You can put your money on it. You guys are getting swept for sure.
It's been a long time. Y'all know the last time we swept them?
What was it back? What 1990 something?
Mm-mm. It's in the 2000s. It's in the 2000s.
Okay. Donovan McNabb there. Gotta be.
Nah, he was gone.
He was gone.
Vic swept him. I'm gonna tell you that.
See, I can't remember that far back. So this is when
2011. Last time we swept him.
Okay.
Wasn't it 07 or 08 or something like that?
2011. Vic beat him the first game. Kevin Cobb beat him the second game.
Okay. That's shocking right there because Cobb was boo boo.
He had a good 3-game stretch every now and again.
That's it. But after that, man, when he set my boy Deshaun up, I had to get him out of there. When Dante Robinson came and smacked Deshaun, and Cobb just floated the ball across. I'll never forget that game. It was Kevin Cobb. He set that man up and got his
I got a
head
question
to-
for y'all.
Yeah.
Was the most what was the most like the hurt moment as an Eagle? Mine was when Deshaun Watson went to the Redskins.
You mean Donovan?
No,
You said Deshaun Watson went to the Redskins.
Deshaun Jackson. My bad, Jackson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When he
That
left
hurt
us and went over there just to burn us. He just wanted to burn us.
That hurt me. But I would have to say mine was when Chip Kelly started just cleaning house like that. You could have traded Deshaun Jackson for at least a second. He was at his prime.
Big.
You just got rid of him like it was nothing.
Crazy.
Chip Kelly came in and really destroyed that team. That was probably a very sad year for me as an Eagles fan because I'm like, you trading Shady? Oh, this man is just releasing Deshaun? Like, what's going on? He just talking about some gang violence stuff. I'm like, man, you completely destroyed this team because they was hot. They were hot. They could have done something for real.
And then Howie lost his job behind all that. Howie lost his job to Chip Kelly.
I was in high school yelling because I've been a big Eagles fan. I'm in high school like 10th grade. In Chip we trust. I'm going for Chip Kelly because he was going off at Oregon at the time.
Yeah,
I was really wanting him to do it. And Chip Kelly was taking off. So when we got rid of Andy and brought him in, I'm like, man, and Chip we trust. We gonna do it.
Yeah,
Man, Chip Kelly came and had 1 year, and it was over with from there. Once he had too much power like that, and he gave Deshaun, he just gave him away. He just released that man. It was one of the best receivers in the league at the time.
Listen, imagine what we would have made the Buccaneers if they would have accepted our trade offer that year for Marcus Mariota.
Mm.
When we tried to get up to the number 1 pick, we was gonna give
So
up
do
the
you
house.
think Mariota would have done some good for us with Chip Kelly?
No.
It would have been terrible. It would have been a disaster. It wouldn't have been that. And I wanted that. We all wanted that. He came over. Mariota was in the first, couple of picks. And like you said, if that trade would have went down, it could have just went whole left. It could have went a whole other way.
When I heard what he was trying to give up, I was so like happy.
Man,
we
he was
didn't
alive,
do
man.
that. He was like giving up like 3 first-round picks, second-round pick, and an offensive player and a defensive player of
You're trying to get
the Bucs' choice. So he basically, yeah, they wanted Fletch. I think they wanted like Shady, and they wanted like some other, and then they wanted 3 first and a 2. And the only reason he wouldn't give up Fletch, Chip Kelly wouldn't give up Fletch. Well, I think at that point it was ownership. Like, nah, we ain't letting him go. Like, nah.
They had to intervene with that because he was going crazy, man. Chip Kelly was.
Listen, who was worse, buddy, Bill O'Brien or Chip Kelly?
Bill O'Brien. Okay, man, what year was Bill O'Brien?
He was the Texans. He wasn't for us. Remember, he went in there and tore the Texans team, got rid of all them boys.
Right. I'm gonna have to go. I don't really keep up with no Texans. I'm about to do shit.
Listen, he gave up D Hop for He gave up D Hop for that running back out of Arizona. James
to get that running back.
What was the dude name out of Arizona before James?
Number 31. I forgot his name.
David Johnson or something like that.
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson.
He gave up D Hop for that.
Yeah, right. He got hurt that same year. Didn't even play for him.
I don't know, but it's close. It's close. Chip Kelly came in and ruined it.
Face after that.
But Chip Kelly had two good runs though.
He had 2 good runs, granted, yeah.
Wait, 2 10-win seasons, right?
Yeah, 2 10-win seasons. That's right. But and then he had a little tie year. Then he was the last coach to give us a tie, if I'm not mistaken.
Now we had a tie like it with Doug T against the Bengals.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And that's right. The last 2 ties that we've had was with the Bengals. Donovan McNabb tied with the Bengals, and then I'm not sure who the last quarterback was, but just recently we had another what's the name tie with them.
Are y'all mad about Carson Wentz not turning out?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I thought Carson was going to do something.
I invested money. Yeah.
But we found out very quick about his mental. Like Jalen was just drafted.
When did the mental happen though, Kev?
Say it again?
I said, when did the mental lapse happen though?
I would have to say way before Jalen. It got to be when we won that Super Bowl. For sure. When he got hurt, and then when Nick Foles goes and win that Super Bowl, and then Carson gets hurt again, and Nick Foles is damn near about to do the same thing, they could play with you. You know what I'm saying? And then you draft Jalen after that. I don't think he really could. He couldn't withstand it at the time. You know?
I don't think it was the Super Bowl. You know what I think it was?
What's that?
The year after the Super Bowl when teams was offering us first round picks for Nick Foles, and he was still on the roster. That's always listen. Everybody pointing to the Seattle game. No, man, you had somebody on your back. Anytime you messed up, you was like, "Damn, is they gonna put Nick Foles in?"
Right.
Then he over there warming up, man. Am I about to get benched? He just playing around. He might just be playing with somebody throwing the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just trying to get it.
Keep warming up. Yeah.
He over there warming up, man. Damn, I'm finna get benched. That's hard. Like when you already mentally going through it. First off, he became the man by winning a Super Bowl. And now he's sitting behind me.
Not only that, bro. You gotta.
Come on, that is tough though.
Every time you come in the building, there's a statue of him right there.
It wasn't there yet. Oh, it wasn't there yet.
Oh, it wasn't there?
No.
No, when did they build the statue?
2020? 2019?
I thought it was right after it.
It wasn't directly after. No.
Okay.
But I think that was the last straw, though. The statue was the last straw. That was the
really
finisher.
help him out though, too. Though we didn't really build around him.
We didn't. He didn't have nothing what Jalen Hurts had. Nowhere close.
No.
Nowhere close.
All right, guys, we're hitting 2 hours. Any final thoughts over here before we go?
Yeah, y'all
good chat with y'all.
So we start with you first, Smitty.
Huh?
Any final thoughts before we go?
Nah, man. You know it's go Birds, man. It's fly Eagles fly, man. It's that time of the year again, man, where everybody gotta lock in and just enjoy what the greatness that we have coming, man. You know. If y'all haven't, man, 4133 the pod, y'all go subscribe, man. Subscribe to these guys, man. They come with some flame. I mean, I know they just starting, but you dig it out like you dig me out, man. They're gonna be all right, man. Them boys gonna do some business for y'all. So appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
Yeah,
let's go Birds, man. Till the next time I see y'all.
Appreciate you, man.
You go ahead, kid.
Man, it was a good chat with y'all. This is really honestly what I've been wanting to do is just hop on the stream and talk some Eagles, man. But y'all can go ahead and check me out on YouTube. I ain't got much, like Smith said, but we will be coming with it. Kev Talking Birds, up and coming. So y'all watch out for me, man. That's it.
Yeah, for me, I want to say this is a great episode 1 of Eagles Unleashed podcast, and I want to first off appreciate you too for reaching out to me, Eagles Uncut. You know, you hit me up about it, and I was like, yeah, we can do it. You know, we both new and upcoming YouTube content creators, so yeah, man. Subscribe to everybody on all these platforms, man. Like, cause y'all gonna get used to this. Y'all gonna get used to seeing this face and seeing all of us, man. Like, we've been putting on for the birds, so that's all I gotta say.
All right, guys. Man, I just want to say thanks for everybody, thank for the chat, for all the support. Thank Kev, thanks Smitty, Quizzy. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate for coming through, and we definitely got to do it sometime again, and man, I just fucking love talking to birds, man. So I appreciate you guys.
Straight up.
You guys, make sure you freaking subscribe to the channel, man. It's fire. They know what they're talking about, So you already know what time it is. Dug out. See you guys.
All right.
No.